Yo, I was listening to an interview Deontay Wilder did with 7-8 Sports TV, and you could tell they're buddy buddy. I guess Deontay only wants to go on platforms that are gonna throw softball questions at him. But Deontay took the high road when asked about his relationship with Malik Scott. He was saying, even though it didn't work out, he made money, and he said that no matter who the trainer was, because his mental health wasn't right, he would have pretty much lost anyway, no matter who the trainer was. So I thought that was interesting that he took the high road. I did a video a year ago where I was saying, did Malik Scott just throw Deontay Wilder under the bus? So, maybe they just look at things differently, but I thought if you lost those fights due to mental health and it had nothing to do with Malik Scott, why did you get rid of Malik Scott then? Why didn't you just say it was the mental health and keep Malik Scott? But, I think he just didn't want to air it out. It's funny how Mark Breland got treated, but it seems like Malik Scott and JD's always get the proverbial hall pass. So, I don't know, man. Deontay and this mental health thing is really a spiritual thing. You get your spirit right. It's funny how the mind reacts. So don't worry so much about your mind. Get your spirit right. Leave the dark stuff alone. Leave the mask alone, dude. Leave that garbage alone. It's evil. The guy that was questioning from 7-8 Sports, he was talking about how Deontay looked good and stuff like that. And Deontay was talking about the guy that he fought, how they took a picture together 10 years ago. And he was saying that it's hard to fight a guy like that and look good when they're so, in survival mode. That's true. That is true. It's hard to look good against a guy like that, i.e. Lennox Lewis, Henry Akinwande. It's hard to look good against a guy like that. But also, you can look at it like, well, if the guy's not fighting, you might as well just bum rush him and throw like 30 punches and the ref will wave it off. So you can look at it like that too. Don't let the dude running around dictate the outcome, Well, he wants to run, so I'm going to just follow him around and make myself look mediocre. No, you got to impose your will. Max Kellerman said some great stuff when asked about the Terence Crawford fight. By the way, Max Kellerman gave Terence Crawford all the attributes over Canelo pretty much, except maybe chin. But he was saying boxing's your favorite sport, and I can prove it in 30 seconds. The guy said, no, MMA is like, no, it's boxing. He's like, if there's golf on one street corner and there's basketball on one street corner, tennis over there, and you see two guys fighting, what are you going to gravitate to? The fight. The fight that's happening on the corner, you're going to watch that over all the other sports. Why? Because it's two guys imposing their will. Now, in other sports like basketball and football, the ball is the surrogate to the will. But in boxing, it's just no ball, just two guys against two guys, two girls against two girls. In sports, you got to have a ball and all that and, flags. So he's saying the ball is the surrogate to the will. In boxing, it's will against will. So I thought that was interesting. Kind of forgot my point, but forgot where I was going with that. But Deontay Wilder, man, if the will isn't there, though, man, you got to have the will to win. I think that's what I was talking about. You got to have the will to win, no matter who your trainer is. You have to adapt during the course of a fight if it's not going your way. The best fighters, the best trainers are the ones that adapt. You can't adapt, it's going to be a long night or a short night if you get knocked out. Anyway, if you want to become a member, hit the join button below, the Cash App $JRoos33, let's try it again. The backup platform, the WJ, the Instagram, the JRoos Theory. Give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you want to check out the Deontay Wilder interview, it was on 7-8 Sports TV. Tell me what you think. Do you think they were softball questions? I know you got to kind of tread lightly with Deontay Wilder and some of these athletes because they are kind of thin skinned, which is crazy because if you're in the public eye, it's kind of hard to be thin skinned. You chose the wrong sport if you're sensitive and thin skinned. Man, what's up with my? Am I getting punchy? Yo, you think I'm punchy? I ain't punchy, but it's kind of softball questions from what I heard. But hey, I guess you want them to come back to the show. So hey, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. LSR forever. Be fearless. Yeah, yeah.